And your friend, your family member, they don't want you to do better than what they did. Boys, today we're going to talk about money, money, money. And there's one thing that, in my opinion, if you live paycheck to paycheck, first of all, it's your fault. And this video is going to be for the young boys. The young boys from 20 to 25, even 16 years old till 25. I'm going to explain to you boys what you need to do to have the right state of mind. The right state of mind to, you're going to end up at 50 years old and you're going to have a nice, you're going to end up at 50 years old. And if you want, you could retire at 50 years old. All the steps that you need to do and to have the right state of mind. And I'm going to explain that what most people do, and most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and most people, in my opinion, they're freaking moron. They're freaking moron. So let's take a look about the reality. Look what is the reality of people here. So let's start with the American. Look at that. 64% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And let's talk about the Canadian side. The Canadian side is 54%. They're living paycheck to paycheck. So here we go. This is the reality. Do you really want to be like those guys? Do you want to be like you lose your job and you start to freak out right off the back and you think you're going to go to bankruptcy and you put that pressure on yourself? I don't get it, guys. Why are you putting yourself in this situation? So here we go. If you're between 20 and 25, the first thing that you need to understand is if you live with a freaking woman, boys, automatically, and I talk about that in some video that I did before, automatically, you're gonna end up in freaking debt. You're gonna end up in freaking debt because you don't understand freaking female nature. And you don't understand male nature. A woman look for a provider. A woman look for somebody who's gonna spend money on her. Female nature is the basic stuff. And as a man, what is your nature as a man? You want to provide for her. And the thing becomes even worse if you have a kid. As a man, what is man nature? Is to provide to your family. And automatically, boy, because it's your nature, you want to provide for your family. You don't want your family to miss anything. And that woman, what is her nature? Is to extract resources, as much resources as she could from you. This is her nature. Automatically, boys, you're going to end up in freaking debt. Automatically. Boys, don't live with a woman until you have at least 35 years old. And even if you're 35 years old and up, what's going on in North America, in United States, and in Canada, and even in Europe, with the law and all that bullshit, guys, you give all that power to a woman to destroy your own life. And I talk about that in my previous year. I'm not gonna get up to that. So you don't live with a woman, step number one. You don't have any kid, step number two. After that, you need to have the right state of mind. You need to have the state of mind every freaking day. You need to work on a goal that you're going to put 10 years from now. 10 years from now, you need to have a goal. You say, okay, I'm going to have that amount of money 10 years from now. And you need to work on a yearly goal. At the end of the year, I'm going to have that amount of money. And you, on that yearly goal, you need to put a goal at the end of the month, at the end of the week, and what you're going to do today. If 10 years from now, you put a goal and you realize, I'm not going to make it. So what are you going to do? You need to find another job. You need to improve your skill. Maybe you need to go to school. And you need to take a look which kind of skill that you need to have that's gonna pay, that you're gonna make money with that skill. So you need to go to school. Maybe you need to go to school in another city. So now that thing's gonna cost money. You need to have a vision. You need to have a vision where you're gonna be 10 years from now. And you need to work on you. And another thing, boys, don't let your freaking friend or your freaking family member influence you. Because most of you guys, again, it's all about that fucking emotional thing that I talk all the time. Boys, you don't use your freaking emotion. Maybe your freaking friends are, and most of you are, your friends are a bunch of freaking losers. Your friends are a bunch of freaking losers. You have fun with them. And those friends are a bunch of losers. They spend money like crazy by partying, drugs, sex, and alcohol. You have fun. But you know if you keep going toward that path, 10 years from now, you're going to be at the same freaking place where you are right now. Be a freaking loser. Spending all your freaking paycheck on women, drug, or alcohol. If it's the case, your friend are a bunch of freaking losers. You know what is the best strategy to change your entire life? You go work to a town where you're going to get the fuck away from those people. You're going to have the best fucking excuse. You go to a town where you're 2,000 kilometers away from your freaking friend who are a bunch of losers. And you start from scratch. Your family member, that's the same freaking thing. Your family member, they put that in your head. Oh, you live paycheck for paycheck. You have one life to live. And even your family member, they're a bunch of freaking losers. And you realize that, and you know that deep down. You could use that freaking strategy. You get the fuck away from those people, boys. Don't let your emotion run the show. You use logic and common sense. If you use your freaking emotion, boys, in life, your life go down the drain. Or you're not gonna go up, and you're not gonna go forward. And your friend, your family member, they don't want you to do better than what they did. Never freaking forget that, boys. Having that state of mind. Change your state of mind. Where you're gonna be 10 years from now. This is what you need to do. And another skill that you need to develop. Again, it's all about what's going on inside of your head. You need to learn to invest in a stock market. And you need to put in your head that money that you're going to put in the stock market, you don't touch it for the next 30, 40 years. You're going to touch it only when you're going to go to retirement. And you make money with that money. And you end up at 50 years old, that money that you invest, you're going to make more money with that money than with your regular paycheck. You need to put that goal. And you need to learn that. And you have all kind of different strategy about making money in the stock market. I'm not going to get into it. I mean, it's going to be a video. It's going to be an hour. I'm not going to get into it. I mean, you need to have a vision, boys. You need to have a vision. And think about it. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, you are a slave of your fucking employer. And in life, boys, in life, if you have a job, in life, that freaking wheel is turning. That freaking wheel is turning. And that means that in life, things never stay the same. If you get along with your boss right now, good for you. Man, no matter what happened, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, maybe even 6 months from now, the boss that you have right now that you get along with, he's probably going to find another job elsewhere. Or inside the company, he's not going to be your job. He's going to have another job. He's not going to be your boss anymore. And you're going to have another boss. And this is why I talk so much about narcissism, that you guys don't freaking understand. And you're all confused when your boss the boss that you had before you get along, the new boss, you don't get along at all. Because that fucking guy is a freaking narcissist. And your boss that hired that guy, he never gonna acknowledge that he make a bad choice. And your boss is a freaking narcissist. And he just want to control and dominate you. Even if you do a good job, even if you're a freaking badass at what you do, all of a sudden that guy, your new boss, is going to try to put you down all the time. He's going to try to play with your head, and all of a sudden you're not happy with that freaking job. And you don't understand narcissism. And all of a sudden in your head, because you don't understand narcissism, you're unhappy. And now you want to get the fuck out of there. And this is what, guys, I'm telling you, you don't have the power to look at your boss, at the company that you work for, and say, you know what? F you. I'm out of here. Because you're living paycheck to paycheck. Because you need to provide for your family. I understand most of you are living in that situation. And you become so freaking unhappy where you work, you don't have the power. And I think so. Your psychological health are going down the drain because you're living paycheck to paycheck and you don't understand freaking narcissism. Guys, having money in the bank and having the power to look at your boss with a big smile and said, F you, asshole. And even play a game to be a complete asshole with your own boss and look at it with a smile. And told him, you know what, you're a moron. F you. Having the power of doing this. And you feel good about it. Because you know that guy is a freaking narcissist. Boys, having money in a bank account and not living paycheck for paycheck, you are freaking powerful. But you need to have the right freaking state of mind. And understand that your boss gonna change. Your boss gonna change. That wheel is turning, boys. You're never gonna have the same boss. And if you have a boss that you don't get along today, I'm hoping for you guys that boss 6 months from now is gonna get the hell out of there, and you're gonna have a new boss. I make a video about that. What is the difference between a boss and a leader? I'm gonna put a description right up there. There's a big difference, and you need to understand that. Okay, guys, I've been yapping for a while, and if you like my content, share that video, like, subscribe. If you think you could help somebody who don't get it, they said, oh, you have one life to live. It's another state of mind that is stupid. One life to live. Spend your money. And you see that guy is not freaking happy. You have the wrong state of mind. And that guy has to be a young guy, between 20 and 25. The old boys, they're hopeless. They're hopeless. Forgot about helping the old guys. And guys, don't forget another thing. The clock is ticking to make money. The clock is ticking. You have a certain amount of time when you make money. Send that freaking video to the young boys. Help them out. Okay, boys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.